welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points, which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
When everything's coming your way, you're in the wrong lane. Only the mediocre are at their best all the time. Smile, it makes people wonder what you are thinking. Some days not a day of the week. When you don't know what to do, walk fast and look worried.
This map makes one thing very clear. America did not just build an empire, it built a premium, globally distributed multinational version. With 750 bases in 80 countries, the US military has more international branches than most fast food chains. And while Americans argue whether they are a republic or a democracy, the rest of the world is quietly asking, did we accidentally subscribe to the troop deployment plan? And how do we unsubscribe? Economically, this footprint is what powered the dollar's reserve currency status and exported America's politics, technology, and ideas, sometimes requested, sometimes, let's say, trial version pre-installed. Empires don't have borders, it has interests. This is what George Friedman said. Indian IT stocks have been going through a detox. Valuations down, fundamentals intact, and ROEs still looking like they ate their vegetables. Infosys and TCS are quietly delivering 8% EPS growth over the last 3 years, even as their share prices behaved like they were on a crash diet. The real story, no AI mania premium here. While global peers levitated on hype, Indian IT stayed boringly rational, which now makes them interestingly cheap. If prices correct just a bit more, this sector could move from relative play to absolute steal. And like Warren Buffett once said, price is what you pay, value is what you get. Book My Show has been the unshakable box office king for years. Steady users, strong brand, and the chart that basically says, I own this market. Enter District, the 1-year-old disruptor that's climbed faster than a Marvel sequel on opening weekend. It hasn't caught BMS yet, but its growth curve is so steep that it looks like it had extra caffeine. This is a classic platform disruption. The incumbent stays flattish, the challenger eats into the margins quietly, and then suddenly everyone pretends they always saw it coming. As Steve Jobs once said, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. China did not just build its e-commerce empire by accident. First it built roads, then robots, and then let the parcels fly. Phase 1 was a massive highway expansion that crushed long-haul transport costs. Phase 2 was logistics automation scaling 5x, turning warehouses into robot playgrounds. The result? Parcel delivery costs fell below 1 yuan, that is about 13 cents, making even tiny low-value online purchases economically viable. This is a secret formula. Cheap movement plus fast sorting is equal to explosive digital commerce, or as economists like to say, digital miracles need concrete foundations. As Thomas Edison once said, vision without execution is just hallucination. Europe is stuck in an economic squeeze. Low growth, rising debt, and an aging population that insists on living longer, which is lovely for birthdays, but not so lovely for budgets. Add soaring social protection spending and now a fresh surge in military expenditure thanks to the Russia-Ukraine war, and you get a contingent juggling 3 bowling balls while walking a fiscal tightrope. And with the US nudging Europe to shoulder more defense costs, the Cold War ghost has returned with an invoice attached. Europe's big dilemma now isn't just geopolitical, it's how to pay for peace, prosperity, and pensions all at the same time. As Churchill once dryly put it, however beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. Just 9 fugitive economic offenders owe Indian banks a mind-numbing 58,000 crores, enough to fund a small state or several seasons of scam-based web series. Banks have recovered only about 19,000 crores so far, which means just 2/3 of the money that is still out there somewhere. The biggest hits came from familiar names, Malia, Modi, the Sandesara family, each leaving behind a trail of unpaid loans and very patient bankers. SBI and PNB carry the heaviest baggage, proving once again that when scams scale, they scale nationally. India's defense tech scene isn't just warming up, it's going full rocket mode. Since the IDX scheme launched in 2018, contract numbers have climbed from almost 0 to over 400, rising faster than a startup's Series A pitch that promises. What we are watching here is a militarization of innovation, drones, sensors, AI systems, all built not in giant defense yards but in small, scrappy, very caffeinated startups. It's a rare moment when national security and entrepreneurship shake hands and both walk away smiling. As Eisenhower once said, in preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable.